So this came in the mail today. It's the Toynami Voltron that I originally was not planning on getting, but I am a huge Voltron fan, and Big Bad Toy Store dropped the price down to $300, and I see that on eBay and other places it's going well over $400 again, so I figured, I might as well just jump on it before I regret not picking it up. I'm going to just take a look inside the box, make sure everything's there, and let's take a look. Big Bad Toy Store wraps it up pretty well. And it's got the inner box in here. And it still has some damage, but that's just the shipper box. But must have happened while they had it in stock. But anyway, I'm going to open this up and take a look at the actual figure. So here's the figure, and it is the Ultimate EX Voltron. So it does have a nice box. Let's open up the packaging, take a look at it. So it is wrapped in some plastic. I do like the box. The pictures on the box look pretty cool. The art, which I think is just the actual figure. Anyway, it's kind of like a saran wrap on here. Yeah, so originally I saw reviews of the figure, and I just didn't really think it was worth the $400. I originally pre-ordered it at $400, and then the SoC was coming out, the Solar Chogokin, and I really wanted that, and that was only coming out for $300. So I canceled this one and bought the Solar Chogokin, which is one of my favorite Voltrons of all time. But like I said, I saw this one was starting to go back up in price. So I figured, I'll jump on it before I don't have the opportunity in the future. And I know it even went lower than the $300 at some point, which I wish I'd have grabbed it then, but I missed that. But let's see. So we have some tape there I'll have to cut. Maybe on the sides. No. So I think it still is available at Big Bad Toy Store if you guys are looking to get one. This might be your last opportunity. And I also want to check for any manufacturing defects or quality control issues, because Toynami is known for their quality control issues. But there's the lions. Looks pretty cool. I might actually end up liking it more than I thought I would. I mean, you could already see on the yellow line, it looks like there's paint, messed up paint. That's before even taking it out of the box. See, I can see, it looks like there's gouge or scratching on there. I'm going to take it out and see what that is. Okay. So, one of the reasons that I was not going to buy this Voltron was because of the history that Toynami has with their quality control. And I had, originally when they came out with their version, their Masterpiece Voltron, I was excited to get that one. I purchased it. I couldn't wait to get it. As soon as I got it, it came in the mail. The seam of the blue line was cracked. The black line could not connect. The black line had loose joints all over. The paint was all sloppy. I ended up contacting Toynami. They did, to their credit, replace the lines, but as soon as I got it, I packed it all back in the box and put it up on eBay because I was just so fed up with the quality of it. I was completely unhappy with it. Then, it took a while before another Voltron came out. The 30th anniversary came out, and I figured, well, maybe I'll go ahead and get the 30th anniversary. So just so I have the Voltron. So I ordered the 30th anniversary. That one comes. Open it up. The Blue Lion jaw is broken. And it's got a big old chip on it. Sent it back to Toynami. They did fix the jaw, but of course it still had the chip on it. And this is, so my history with Toynami is their quality control sucks. True to form, I get this one, and if you can see, there's scratches and paint blemishes all over the Yellow Lion, which is expected from Toynami. Their quality control sucks. They charge a lot of money for very poor quality products. But I mean, I'm not going to complain too much. It is what it is. I have the SOC, which I really like. I also have the Mad Toys, and I also have the Icarus Toys Voltrons. I really like those, and the quality control, I have to say, on the Icarus Toys was a lot better than anything that I ever got from Toynami. And so I'm a little disappointed that this is scratched up already right out of the box, but it is what it is. Okay, so here are the Lions. I'm not doing a review, just a quick overview, quick impression. There's plenty of reviews online if you want to see a review, but just my quick thoughts on it. The Lions, they look nice. I will say the mold is actually nice, and in there, because it's a very unique design, but they do look nice. They're a little bit more plasticky than I thought they would be, and I kind of question why this ever came out at $400. Right now it's like $300. I don't know, my impression is this toy around $200, a little bit over, would have been a fair price, but $400 is a little bit high for, there's no die caster. Even the plastic is kind of hollow in the Lions, which is weird for something that you're charging $400 for originally. But I mean, the molds are actually nice. The paint is nice, other than the Yellow Lion, which came all scratched up for some reason, and a little bit of a chip on the back. But the molds are nice. These are them in the Lion modes. I'm going to put him in Voltron mode, and that's probably how he's going to stay. After I form Voltron, I'm just going to put him on the shelf like that. This is more of a display piece. I don't think this is as fun to play with already, just handling it. Like taking the tails out, you got to lift parts up to get the tails out. And I have seen the transformation into Voltron, which looks a little bit more, I mean, it's not bad, but it looks a little bit more intricate than it should be for Voltron. Voltron should just be easy, you know, snap the legs and snap the arms in and you're good to go. I know that these here hide, but I don't know how to hide them right now. And I don't plan on leaving them in Lion mode, so I'm going to go ahead and just put him in Voltron mode. Okay, there he is as Voltron. I will say I'm not as disappointed as I thought I was going to be with the figure. He still looks pretty cool. And if you're a Voltron fan, you probably do want it in your collection. It's not my favorite Voltron, but it looks pretty cool. And transforming it wasn't as tedious as I thought it was going to be. There are a little bit more flipping panel, like you have to slide the legs down, and getting the tails in, you have to take these parts and separate them. You got to make sure the heads are down when you do that. But overall, I think he looks pretty cool. I think he'll look good in my display. The one thing that I am a little disappointed with is I don't understand why they chose the hip joints that they did, because it doesn't really hold the figure up as well. I mean, they had that problem with the original Voltron. And as you can see too, there's also paint blemish there. There's a lot of paint chipping and paint blemishes on this thing, though. That's really disappointing. There, you see, it's chipped there. It's chipped on the. That is extremely disappointing. I'm like, you're charging $400 for a figure. You don't go to the factory and say, hey, we can't turn out figures like this. We got to put a little bit more quality into it. Charging $400. I have the SOC doesn't have anything like this, And I also have the, like I said, the Toynami. I'm sorry, not the Toynami, the Icarus Toys figure. And it doesn't have any kind of paint blemishes or problems like this one does. But this one's got paint blemishes all over the place. On the black lion, you can see some of the gray is like smudged and chipped, and it's just really disappointing the way that they. I mean, I wouldn't purchase from Toynami again. I'm glad they don't have the license anymore. I'm glad that Bandai has a license still. They're coming out with the mini play Voltron, which I look forward to getting that. I would like this a lot better if it wasn't for all the quality control issues, and it's got a lot on this. I mean, this right here, come on. Right out of the box. Right out of the box. But, you know, if you... He's not a bad looking Voltron otherwise. Okay, here he is with his sword and shield. With the sword, you got to take a piece off the sword, and it kind of pegs in there. And the Red Lion's top jaw or snout splits, so you can plug it in. I will tell you that the arm hasn't been staying up with the sword in it. It keeps falling down. And of course the waist keeps bending at the waist every time I'm trying to pose him. It keeps like falling over. So, like I said, it's not a bad figure. It looks cool. The design looks cool. But for $300, if you're going to spend the $300 and you want just a unique Voltron, I would absolutely recommend the Icarus Toys over the Toynami. By far. This is a beautiful figure. And it's heavy. And it's metal. And it's just overall a gorgeous figure. So yeah, if you're going to spend $300, get this one. I still think you can get it on LCM Toy as a pre-order. Otherwise, it's sold out right now. But supposedly they're releasing another batch. Hopefully they do, because everything on this is just awesome. The paint apps are awesome. Just the reds they use, everything on this. I would absolutely recommend the Icarus Toys over the Toynami. But some people like the Toynami, and they say it's their favorite. So if you like this one, you already know it. If this is the one you want, you already know it. Like I said, it's not a bad figure. It's just it's overpriced. It never should have been come out for $400, and even at $300, with the plastic feel of it, the quality control issues. In here, I don't know if you can see, there's a lot of little scratches in there, and right on the seat, it's about to fall over again. Right in here, that's chipped, and that came like that, straight out of the box, and it was about to fall over. Again, it doesn't stand up well. See, it just keeps wanting to tip. It doesn't hold its own weight. I mean, that's ridiculous. So it seems like they could have improved it a little bit before they released it, and did something about the quality control. It seems like the green and the red line are painted okay. The blue line has some minor blemishes on it, but nothing crazy. It seems like the yellow paint is where they had trouble. Whoever did the painting on the yellow just couldn't get it right. Does have the numbering. The spinning disc weapon looks pretty cool. I mean, I can't say it's a terrible figure. It's not a terrible figure. It's a nice figure, but it's a display piece. It's not something I would play with. But there's the two together. As you can see, the Toynami, I think it's like 18 inches. This one's about, I think this is 10.5 inches. But if you have both, let me know which ones you like better. Of course, I already said it, but I'll say it again. My pick, of course, is this one over that. But I also do have the Soul of Chogokin, which is the best Voltron of all time. However, that one's going for between $600 and $800 right now. So that one's hard to get. But this one is still available. And it is on eBay, but it is a little bit pricey. It's over $300 right now. If they release the second batch, you should be able to get it for $300, and then I would jump on it. This is going to be a unique piece too because it's an unlicensed third party. I know people argue about the licensing on it, but it is an unlicensed third party figure. So it's also going to be a unique toy because I don't know if anybody else will ever get this mold again. I'm sure nobody will get this mold again either. So this will also be a unique piece. But anyway, this video is probably a little long-winded, but it's just an overview. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. So here's a quick look with the Playmates figure, which I really like this toy. I mean, that I got for under $100. So for under $100, it doesn't have even the articulation of this one, definitely not. But for under $100, I think this is a really cool figure. But just for size comparison, you can see they're very similar in size. Just a quick look. Like I said, if you want to get this one, it's probably the best time to grab it right now at $300. It's not a bad figure. It looks pretty cool. It's going to look cool on my shelf. If it wasn't for the quality control issues, the paint job, and the joints that they chose to use, I would like it a lot more. But overall, it's not a bad figure. I don't think you'll be too disappointed owning it. But anyway, thanks again for watching.